Have you ever felt like you're caught in the middle of life's relentless storm? Days when everything seems to go wrong, traffic makes you late for an important meeting, an unexpected email from your boss fills you with anxiety, or a careless remark from a loved one leaves you feeling unsettled. It's as if the entire world is conspiring to knock you off balance. But imagine something different for a moment. What if you could stand firm, no matter what chaos unfolds around you? What if you could master the art of staying calm and unshaken, even in the face of life's greatest challenges? This isn't just wishful thinking. It's a reality that ancient Stoic philosophers discovered more than 2,000 years ago. They lived through war, disease, and uncertainty. Yet they found profound peace and resilience in the midst of it all. Their teachings have inspired millions, and today they can inspire you too. In this video, we'll unlock the most powerful Stoic principles to help you take control of your emotions, achieve true inner peace, and step into the strongest version of yourself. You'll learn how to view challenges as opportunities, free yourself from imaginary worries, and embrace life's impermanence to find real serenity. And if you're wondering, is this even possible? Can I really change? Stick with me. This isn't just philosophy for the books. I'll share actionable steps and simple practices that you can start applying to your life today. If you find value in content like this, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. By doing so, you'll never miss a video that helps you build a stronger mind and a more meaningful life. And leave a comment below. I'm ready to transform. Let this be the first step on your journey toward a calmer, more powerful you. Now, let's dive in. In the next section, we'll explore the first principle: how to transform life's biggest obstacles into opportunities for growth. Are you ready? Let's begin this life-changing journey together. Don't let external events control you. Let me ask you something. How often do you feel like your emotions are entirely at the mercy of the world around you? A rude comment from a stranger, an unexpected problem at work, or even something as simple as bad weather can ruin your day. But what if I told you that it doesn't have to be this way, that no matter what happens around you, you can stay calm, steady, and in control? Marcus Aurelius, one of the greatest Stoic philosophers, once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this and you will find strength." These words hold a profound truth. The world will always throw challenges, distractions, and negativity your way. But how you respond, that's entirely up to you. Think of yourself as a rock in the middle of a raging river. The water rushes by, trying to erode and move you, but you stay rooted, unshaken. The rock doesn't control the water. It doesn't try to stop the current or change its direction. Instead, it simply holds its ground, knowing that its strength comes from within. Life is much the same. There will always be currents, difficult people, unexpected setbacks, and uncontrollable events. Trying to control these external forces is like trying to stop the river. But when you focus on your inner strength, you'll find that nothing can disturb your peace. The truth is, many of us have been conditioned to tie our happiness to things outside of our control. We rely on compliments to feel good about ourselves, promotions to feel successful, or perfect conditions to feel at peace. But the Stoics warn us against this mindset. Epictetus, another great Stoic, said, "It is not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters." When we allow external events to dictate our emotions, we surrender our power. We become like a leaf blown about by the wind, reacting to every breeze instead of standing firm in our own values and principles. So how can you stop letting external events control you? Let's break it down into actionable steps. 1. Recognize what's in your control. The Stoics emphasize a simple yet transformative idea. There are things you can control, and there are things you cannot. You can control your thoughts, actions, and mindset, but you can't control the weather, other people's opinions, or random misfortunes. The next time you face a challenging situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, let it go. Focus your energy on what you can change, your response. 2. Detach from external validation. It's human nature to seek approval and avoid criticism, but this makes us vulnerable. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, we all love ourselves more than other people, but care more about their opinions than our own. To build resilience, practice detaching from external validation. When someone praises you, accept it with humility, but don't let it define your worth. When someone criticizes you, consider if there's truth in it, but don't let it shake your confidence. 3. Reframe challenges. Every external setback is an opportunity for growth. Imagine you're stuck in traffic on your way to an important meeting. Instead of getting angry, think of it as a chance to practice patience and mindfulness. The Stoics viewed every obstacle as a test of their character. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." By reframing challenges as opportunities, you turn them into stepping stones for personal growth. 4. Cultivate inner peace. Inner peace isn't something you stumble upon. It's a skill you develop through daily practice. Meditation, journaling, or even a few moments of deep breathing can help you center yourself. These practices remind you to focus inward and ground your emotions in what truly matters. Let's bring this to life with a relatable example. Imagine a colleague criticizes your work in front of others. Your initial reaction might be embarrassment, anger, or defensiveness. But what if you paused for a moment and asked yourself, is their opinion within my control? What does this situation teach me? Instead of reacting impulsively, you choose to respond calmly. You acknowledge their feedback, thank them for their input, and reflect on whether there's any merit to their critique. Even if their criticism was unfair, you've maintained your composure and shown professionalism. This shift in mindset not only preserves your peace, but also earns you respect. Over time, you'll find that people admire those who stay calm under pressure. When you stop letting external events dictate your emotions, something incredible happens. You feel free. You no longer waste energy worrying about things you can't control. Instead, you channel that energy into becoming the best version of yourself. Imagine walking into any situation with the confidence that no matter what happens, you'll handle it with grace. That's the power of living by Stoic principles. Now it's your turn. Reflect on your own life. What external events are you letting control you? How can you shift your focus inward and reclaim your power? Leave a comment below sharing one situation where you plan to apply this principle. And if you're finding value in this journey, don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Together, we'll continue exploring the wisdom of Stoicism and building unshakable inner strength. In the next section, we'll dive into one of the most common sources of unnecessary suffering: imaginary worries. You won't want to miss it. Let's continue this transformative journey. Principle number 1. Turn obstacles into the path. Have you ever felt that life's challenges are like walls you simply can't climb over? These obstacles not only slow you down, but sometimes make you want to give up entirely. However, Stoic philosophy offers a different perspective. The things that block your way are not barriers. They are the path to growth. Marcus Aurelius once said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This isn't just an inspiring quote, it's a powerful mindset that can transform how you face challenges in life. In life, no one escapes difficulty. Whether it's a stalled career, fractured relationships, or distant dreams, challenges are inevitable. But ask yourself, what if I looked at these challenges as opportunities instead? The Stoics believed that difficulties are not reasons to give up. They are tests of character and inner strength. Every challenge is an opportunity to sharpen your virtues, build resilience, and unlock hidden potential within yourself. Imagine an athlete facing a career-threatening injury just before a major competition. For many, this might feel like the end of the road. But this athlete chooses to turn the obstacle into the path. They focus on recovery, refine their techniques, and ultimately return stronger than ever. Similarly, in your life, every difficulty can become an opportunity for growth, if you choose to see it that way. Obstacles themselves aren't the real problem, it's how you perceive them that matters. Instead of asking, "Why me?" try asking, "What can I learn from this?" As a Roman emperor, Marcus Aurelius faced wars, plagues, and betrayal throughout his reign. Yet, he never let these challenges break his spirit. Instead, he viewed each hardship as an integral part of life. He wrote, "When you encounter difficulty, remember that everything happens for a reason. They exist for you to face them." Try looking at the challenges in your daily life through a new lens. Traffic jams. Use this as an opportunity to practice patience or reflect. Job rejection. See it as a reminder to refine your skills and prepare for better opportunities. Conflict in relationships. Treat it as a chance to improve communication and deepen understanding. How can you apply this principle to your daily life? Here are some actionable steps. 1. Accept reality. Stoicism doesn't mean denying what's happening. Instead, it's about accepting reality as it is. As Epictetus said, "Don't demand that the world works as you wish it to. Accept it as it is, and you will find peace." Start by acknowledging the challenges you're facing. This doesn't mean you agree with them, but that you see them as a natural part of life. 2. Ask, "What is this teaching me?" Every obstacle carries a lesson. Take time to reflect. What can I learn from this situation? How can it make me stronger? 3. Take action. Instead of being paralyzed by difficulty, take action. Even the smallest steps can make a difference. Seneca once said, "Often it's when we face adversity that we discover our true strength." 4. Cultivate resilience. Build resilience by facing challenges one day at a time. Each time you overcome an obstacle, you'll feel more confident and better prepared for the next one. The most successful people aren't those who avoid difficulties. They're the ones who use them as stepping stones to go further. They don't see adversity as a roadblock, but as an opportunity to grow and succeed. Think of Thomas Edison, who failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. When asked about his failures, he said, "I have not failed. I've just found thousands of ways that won't work." This perspective is the essence of turning obstacles into the path. The next time you face a challenge, remember that it's not a sign to give up. It's an invitation to discover your inner strength and become the best version of yourself. Leave a comment below sharing the biggest obstacle you're facing and how you plan to apply this principle. And don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you never miss the next Stoic lesson. In the next section, we'll explore one of the most common sources of unnecessary suffering: imaginary worries. Are you ready to continue this transformative journey? Let's keep going. Principle number 2. Free yourself from imaginary worries. Have you ever caught yourself worrying about things that haven't even happened? Maybe it's an upcoming exam, an important meeting, or a conversation you're dreading. Your mind starts spinning scenarios, imagining the worst possible outcomes, and before you know it, you're paralyzed by fear. But here's the truth. Most of those worries, they're not real. The Stoics understood this well. Epictetus said, "Men are disturbed not by things, but by the views they take of them." This means that our anxiety doesn't come from the events themselves, but from how we interpret them, often magnifying them into fears that exist only in our minds. Let's dive into how you can break free from the grip of imaginary worries and find true peace. Our minds are powerful, but that power can work against us. When we worry, we project ourselves into the future, imagining problems that may never occur. We create vivid mental movies of failure, rejection, or catastrophe. And the more we replay these scenarios, the more real they feel. Imagine carrying a heavy backpack filled with bricks. Each brick represents a worry. What if I fail? What if they don't like me? What if I make a mistake? Most of these bricks are unnecessary, yet we keep adding them to our load, making life feel unbearable. 1. Question the reality of your worries. The next time you find yourself worrying, pause and ask, is this actually happening right now, or is it just in my imagination? For example, imagine you're worried about a presentation at work. Instead of obsessing over worst-case scenarios, remind yourself, the presentation hasn't happened yet. I can prepare and do my best. Even if I make a mistake, it's not the end of the world. By separating reality from imagination, you take the first step toward freeing yourself. 2. Focus on the present moment. Worry thrives when your mind wanders to the future. The Stoics emphasize grounding yourself in the present. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "Confine yourself to the present." One way to practice this is through mindfulness. Pay attention to your breath, your surroundings, or the task at hand. This helps you break the cycle of anxious thoughts and return to what truly matters, what you can do right now. 3. Prepare, don't panic. Sometimes, worry signals that you need to prepare. The Stoics didn't advocate ignoring potential challenges, but addressing them rationally. Let's say you're worried about an upcoming job interview. Instead of spiraling into fear, channel that energy into preparation. Research the company. Practice answering common questions. Visualize yourself handling the interview confidently. Preparation turns worry into action, and action builds confidence. When you dwell on things that haven't happened, you rob yourself of energy and focus. It's like running a race while dragging a ball and chain. Epictetus reminds us, don't seek for things to happen the way you want them to. Rather, wish that what happens happens the way it happens, and you will be happy. This doesn't mean passively accepting fate, but learning to let go of things you can't control. Imagine a farmer who spends every day worrying about the weather, whether it will rain, whether pests will destroy the crops. Does this worry make the crops grow better? Of course not. All it does is drain the farmer's joy and energy. Instead, the farmer should focus on what can be done, planting seeds, tending the soil, and preparing for the season. This principle applies to your life as well. Practical steps to release. Imaginary worries. 1. Identify your triggers or keep a journal and write down what makes you anxious. Often, seeing your worries on paper helps you realize how irrational they are. 2. Use the worst-case scenario exercise or ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Then, think about how you would handle it. You'll often realize that even the worst outcome isn't as catastrophic as it seems. 3. Limit your exposure to negativity. Avoid news or media that feeds unnecessary fears. Surround yourself with positive, constructive influences. Practice gratitude or shift your focus from what could go wrong to what's going right. Daily gratitude can help you see the bigger picture and reduce anxiety. Imagine you're preparing for an important exam. The closer the date gets, the more your mind fills with thoughts like, what if I fail? What if I forget everything? Instead of letting these worries overwhelm you, try this approach. Ground yourself in the present. Focus on the study session in front of you. Break your preparation into manageable chunks. Reframe your perspective. Tell yourself, this is an opportunity to learn and grow, not a life or death situation. Prepare rationally. Review your notes, practice mock tests, and get enough rest. By addressing your worries with action, you transform them into stepping stones towards success. When you free yourself from imaginary worries, you discover a remarkable sense of peace. You no longer waste energy on what-ifs, and instead focus on the life unfolding before you. Marcus Aurelius said it best, you have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength. Now it's your turn. Think about one worry that's been weighing you down. Is it real, or is it imaginary? Write down one step you can take to address it, or let it go. Share your reflections in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Together, we'll continue exploring the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and building a life of clarity and strength. In the next section, we'll tackle another transformative Stoic principle, embracing impermanence. Don't miss it. Let's keep this journey going. Principle number 3. Embrace impermanence. What if I told you that the very thing we fear the most, change, is the key to finding peace? Life is constantly moving, evolving, and flowing, much like a river that never stops. Yet, we cling tightly to the idea that things should stay the same. Relationships, jobs, even our own health and youth. This resistance to change creates unnecessary suffering. The Stoics understood this deeply. Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "Everything we hear is an opinion, not a fact. Everything we see is a perspective, not the truth. His words remind us that life's nature is impermanent, and by accepting this, we can begin to find freedom and serenity. Let's explore how embracing impermanence can transform the way you live. Everything in life is temporary. Seasons change, opportunities come and go, and even the strongest emotions eventually fade. Yet, instead of flowing with these changes, we often resist them. We fight to keep things the way they are, as if holding on tightly could somehow stop time. Imagine clutching a handful of sand. The tighter you squeeze, the more the grains slip through your fingers. Life is similar. The more we try to hold on to people, possessions, or situations, the more we feel their impermanence. While impermanence can feel daunting, it also gives life its beauty. Knowing that nothing lasts forever allows us to appreciate the present moment more fully. A sunset wouldn't be as breathtaking if it lasted forever. A flower wouldn't be as precious if it never wilted. Human beings are wired to seek stability. Change often feels like a threat to our comfort and security. We associate permanence with safety and impermanence with loss. But in reality, change is a natural part of existence. One of the biggest reasons we resist change is fear. Fear of what comes next, fear of losing control, and fear of uncertainty. However, this fear often exaggerates the challenges of change while blinding us to the opportunities it brings. Another struggle is our attachment to the past. Whether it's a cherished memory or a painful regret, we often carry yesterday's weight into today, making it harder to move forward. Accepting impermanence doesn't mean giving up or becoming indifferent. It's about aligning yourself with the natural flow of life rather than fighting against it. Here's how you can start. 1. Recognize that change is inevitable. The Stoics believed that fighting against nature is futile. Instead of resisting change, accept it as an essential part of life. Epictetus said, "Don't demand that things happen as you wish that they happen as they do, and you will go on well." When faced with change, remind yourself, this is part of life's design. 2. Appreciate the present moment. Impermanence teaches us to value what we have while we have it. Each moment is fleeting, so savor it fully. When you're with loved ones, be present. When you're enjoying a success, celebrate it without clinging to it. When you're experiencing difficulty, remember that it too will pass. 3. Practice detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you stop caring. It means you stop clinging. Marcus Aurelius reminded us, receive without pride, let go without attachment. For example, if you lose a job, instead of mourning the loss endlessly, focus on the opportunities this creates for growth and exploration. 4. Find strength in faith or philosophy. The Stoics often found comfort in the belief that everything unfolds as it should, guided by the natural order of the universe. Whether through faith, philosophy, or personal values, grounding yourself in something larger than your circumstances can help you face change with courage. Story 1. A lost opportunity. Imagine someone who worked hard for a promotion but didn't get it. The initial disappointment feels unbearable, but by embracing impermanence they can shift their perspective. They might realize that another opportunity awaits, or that this setback provides time to develop new skills. Story 2. The fragility of relationships. Think of a cherished friendship that has faded over time. Instead of lamenting its loss, focus on the joy it brought while it lasted. Accept that people grow and change, and appreciate the moments you shared. Practical exercises to embrace impermanence. 1. Daily reflection. At the end of each day, reflect on how impermanence has shaped your experiences. Ask yourself, oh, what changed today? Oh, how did I handle it? Oh, what can I learn from it? Second practice. Letting go. Write down something you're holding on to, a regret, a fear, or an attachment. Then, consciously choose to let it go. This could be as simple as tearing up the paper or saying, this no longer serves me. 3. Negative visualization. A key Stoic exercise is imagining life without the things you cherish, not to make you sad, but to deepen your gratitude. For example, picture a day without your morning coffee, your favorite hobby, or your loved ones. Then, return to the present moment with renewed appreciation. When you accept that nothing lasts forever, You free yourself from unnecessary fear and regret. You stop trying to control the uncontrollable and start living more fully. Marcus Aurelius said, "Time is like a river made up of events that flow endlessly. Once an event passes, another takes its place, and it will continue this way forever." By flowing with life's river rather than fighting against it, you discover a profound sense of peace. Now, think about your own life. What changes are you resisting? How can you embrace them instead of fearing them? Share your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Together, we'll continue exploring the timeless wisdom of Stoicism and learning how to live with strength and grace. In the next section, we'll delve into the art of detachment, how letting go can lead to true freedom. Let's keep moving forward on this journey. Principle number 4. Master the art of detachment. What are you holding on to right now? Perhaps it's a past mistake, a relationship that's changed, or a dream that no longer fits your reality. Holding on too tightly to things beyond your control doesn't just weigh you down, it creates suffering. The Stoics taught that true freedom lies in learning to let go. Detachment is not about indifference or neglect. It's about releasing the grip on what you cannot control, so you can focus on what truly matters. Marcus Aurelius put it beautifully, "That which is not good for the beehive cannot be good for the bees." By letting go of things that harm your peace, you protect your well-being and the harmony of the world around you. Let's explore how mastering the art of detachment can lead to true freedom and inner peace. Detachment doesn't mean that you stop caring about people or goals. Instead, it's a shift in mindset. It's about recognizing the limits of your influence and choosing not to let external circumstances dictate your emotions. Think about the things we often cling to. Relationships. We fear losing loved ones or changes in how they relate to us. Success. We tie our self-worth to achievements, terrified of failure. Material possessions. We feel anxious about protecting what we own or acquiring more. Clinging to these things leads to fear, stress, and disappointment because they are all impermanent and outside our full control. Letting go creates freedom. When you practice detachment, you free yourself from these emotional chains. You're able to care deeply and act responsibly without being overwhelmed by fear of loss. Fear of the unknown. 1. Reason we cling to things is that letting go feels like stepping into uncertainty. For example, letting go of a toxic relationship may leave you wondering, what if I never find someone else? Ego and identity. We often define ourselves by what we have or achieve. Letting go of a goal or possession can feel like losing a piece of our identity. Holding on gives us the illusion that we can control outcomes. The Stoics remind us that this is not only false but harmful. How to master the art of detachment. 1. Recognize what you can't control. Epictetus said it best. Some things are up to us, and some things are not. Start by identifying what's within your control and what isn't. Within your control, your actions, thoughts, and responses. Outside your control, other people's opinions, external events, and the past. Once you've made this distinction, focus your energy on what you can influence. 2. Shift your perspective on loss. Rather than fearing loss, view it as a natural part of life. Marcus Aurelius reminds us, receive without pride, let go without attachment. For instance, if you lose an opportunity, instead of mourning indefinitely, ask yourself, what new doors does this open for me? What can I learn from this experience? 3. Practice gratitude. Gratitude is a powerful tool for detachment. When you appreciate what you have in the moment, you're less likely to cling to it out of fear of losing it. A daily gratitude practice can include writing down 3 things you're thankful for. This shifts your focus from what you lack to the abundance already in your life. 4. Reframe your attachments. Ask yourself, does this thing serve my growth and well-being, or is it holding me back? If it's the latter, consider letting it go. For example, if you're obsessing over a past mistake, remind yourself that dwelling on it won't change the outcome. Instead, focus on how you can grow and do better in the future. A toxic relationship. Consider someone stuck in a relationship filled with constant conflict and negativity. They stay because they're afraid of being alone. But by letting go, they create space for healthier connections and personal growth. A failed business venture. Think of an entrepreneur whose first business fails. Instead of clinging to the failure, they view it as a lesson and use the experience to build something better. Practical exercises to cultivate detachment. The is it mine? Practice. When faced with a difficult situation, ask yourself, is this within my control? If it's not, release it. 2. Visualization. Exercise. Imagine releasing what you're clinging to, whether it's a fear, a regret, or an attachment. Visualize it floating away like a balloon, leaving you lighter and freer. 3. Daily reflection. At the end of each day, reflect on what you held on to unnecessarily. Ask yourself, how can I let go of this tomorrow? Detachment doesn't mean you stop loving, striving, or caring. It means you do these things without fear, without desperation, and without clinging. It's about being fully present, embracing the flow of life, and trusting that you'll be okay no matter what happens. When you master the art of detachment, you gain clarity and peace. You're no longer weighed down by things beyond your control. Instead, you move through life with confidence and lightness, ready to adapt to whatever comes your way. Now, it's your turn. Think about one thing you're clinging to, whether it's a fear, a possession, or a past regret. Ask yourself, is this helping or hurting me? Share your reflections in the comments below. And if you're finding value in this journey, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Together, we'll continue learning how to live with strength, peace, and purpose. In the next section, we'll explore a transformative daily practice from Stoic philosophy, the art of reflection. Let's continue this journey to a better life. Principle number 5. Practice daily reflection. Have you ever reached the end of a long day and felt like it passed in a blur? Perhaps you moved from task to task, moment to moment, without stopping to think about what you did well, what could be improved, or how you felt along the way. Without reflection, days can turn into weeks and weeks into months, leaving us disconnected from our goals and growth. The Stoics knew the power of reflection. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, often wrote in his journal as a way to examine his actions and thoughts. He used this practice not to dwell on mistakes, but to learn from them and align his life with his principles. He believed that daily reflection wasn't just a habit, but a tool for self-improvement and clarity. Let's explore why daily reflection is essential and how you can make it a transformative part of your life. A mirror up to your day. It helps you see not only what happened, but also how you responded and what you can do differently. 1. Gain self-awareness. Daily reflection allows you to understand yourself better. It helps you uncover patterns in your behavior, thoughts, and emotions, giving you insight into what drives you and what holds you back. 2. Learn from mistakes. Mistakes are inevitable, but they are only useful if you learn from them. Reflection helps you turn missteps into lessons, ensuring you don't repeat the same errors. 3. Align actions with values. The Stoics emphasized living in harmony with your principles. Reflection ensures your actions are aligned with your values, keeping you on the path to a meaningful life. Marcus Aurelius's Meditations is a testament to the power of daily reflection. He used it to remind himself of what truly mattered, to stay grounded amidst the chaos of ruling an empire, and to hold himself accountable to Stoic virtues like wisdom, courage, and temperance. One of his reflections reads, "When you arise in the morning, think of what a privilege it is to be alive, to think, to enjoy, to love." This practice of gratitude, self-assessment, and intentionality is something we can all adopt. The beauty of daily reflection is its simplicity. You don't need hours or elaborate tools, just a few quiet moments to look inward. 1. Set aside time. Choose a consistent time each day for reflection. For many, the evening works well as it allows you to review the events of the day. Make this a sacred moment, free from distractions. 2. Ask yourself. Key questions. During your reflection, consider these questions. What did I do well today? Where did I fall short? What can I do differently tomorrow? These questions help you celebrate your successes, acknowledge your challenges, and set intentions for growth. 3. Write it down. Journaling your reflections makes them tangible. Writing helps you process your thoughts more deeply and provides a record of your journey. Over time, reviewing past entries can show you how much you've grown. 4. Pair reflection with gratitude. Combine reflection with gratitude to shift your focus toward the positive. Write down 3 things you're grateful for each day, no matter how small. This practice cultivates a mindset of abundance and contentment. 5. Use Stoic prompts. Incorporate Stoic themes into your reflections. For example, did I control my emotions today? Did I focus on what's within my control? How did I embody wisdom, courage, or kindness? When practiced consistently, daily reflection brings profound benefits. 1. Clarity and focus. Reflection clears mental clutter and helps you prioritize what truly matters. It ensures you stay aligned with your long-term goals rather than getting lost in the noise of daily life. 2. Resilience through self-understanding. By understanding your triggers and weaknesses, you build emotional resilience. You learn to navigate challenges with greater calm and confidence. 3. Continuous growth reflection turns every day into a learning experience. You grow not through occasional breakthroughs, but through steady, deliberate improvement. Imagine someone struggling with stress at work. Each evening, they reflect on their day. They notice that their stress peaks during unstructured meetings. They realize they could prepare better for these moments. They commit to practicing mindfulness before each meeting. Over time, this simple practice reduces their stress and increases their effectiveness. Reflection doesn't solve problems overnight, but it creates the foundation for meaningful change. Practical exercise. A 5-minute reflection ritual. Try this tonight. 1. Find a quiet space where you won't be interrupted. 2. Take a deep breath and center yourself in the present moment. Ask yourself 3 questions. O, what am I proud of today? O, what could I have done better? O, what is one thing I'll focus on tomorrow? 4. Write down your thoughts in a journal or notebook. 5. End with gratitude. List 3 things you're thankful for today. Repeat this practice daily and watch how it transforms your perspective and growth. Daily reflection isn't just a habit, it's a Stoic superpower. It helps you stay grounded, accountable, and committed to your principles. It's a chance to pause, recalibrate, and remind yourself of what truly matters. As Marcus Aurelius wrote, waste no more time arguing what a good man should be. Be one. Reflection is how you move from intention to action, from ideals to reality. Tonight, before you go to bed, try this practice. Take 5 minutes to reflect on your day and set an intention for tomorrow. Share your experience in the comments below. What did you learn about yourself? And if you're finding value in this journey, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Together, we'll continue exploring the wisdom of Stoicism and building a life of purpose, growth, and peace. In the next section, we'll explore the concept of inner peace, how to cultivate it in a chaotic world. Let's keep moving forward. Conclusion. Let's reflect on the journey we've taken together, from seeing obstacles as opportunities, freeing ourselves from imaginary worries, embracing impermanence, letting go of what we cannot control, to practicing daily reflection. Each principle is a building block for creating a foundation of inner peace. But remember, mastering your emotions doesn't mean avoiding all troubles or living a life free of challenges. That's impossible. Instead, it means learning how to handle them so that no matter what chaos surrounds you, you can maintain your inner calm. Peace is not a magical gift from the universe. It doesn't arrive when everything in your life becomes perfect. Instead, it is something you create through the choices you make and the way you face life's trials. When you apply Stoic principles, you'll discover that peace doesn't come from controlling the external world, but from mastering yourself. You don't need to change the world. You just need to change how you perceive and respond to it. Now, I have a challenge for you. Choose one principle from this video that resonates with you the most and start applying it in your life today. It could be turning obstacles into opportunities, letting go of what you cannot control, or simply spending 5 minutes each evening reflecting on your day. As you do this, share your experience with the community. Leave a comment below so we can learn and grow together. Remember, even the smallest action is a big step forward on your journey of self-transformation. Life will always have its challenges, but you can always choose how to face them. You can choose peace, not by avoiding life's storms, but by facing them with strength, wisdom, and an open heart. As I've said before, peace is not a gift handed to you, it's something you create through daily actions. Start creating your peace today. And if you found value in the lessons of Stoicism, hit subscribe and turn on the notification bell. That way, you won't miss any of the upcoming videos that will bring you closer to living a life full of meaning and purpose. I'll see you in the next video, where we'll continue uncovering the profound secrets of Stoic philosophy and the path to a stronger, more peaceful life.